I'm here on the island of Barra, 40 miles off the western coast of Scotland. The easiest way to get here is by plane, but there's no runway. All there is a beach. And so we've come here to find out how Loganair and Barra Airport run a service where your runway disappears to the sea twice a day. This is airplane mode. The first flights began landing on this natural runway in 1936. With limited suitable space, the best place to consistently land a plane is the beach. Barra Airport provides lifeline services, defining the operations as an essential connection for locals. The airport maintains at least 2 flights a day to and from Glasgow. Right now we're on the ground at Glasgow Airport, and right behind me, this Loganair Twin Otter plane is going to fly us the 141 miles from here to the island of Barra, where we're going to land on the sand. It takes under an hour, but before that, I want to go and introduce you to a couple of people. Let's go meet the pilots. Talking about the Twin Otter specifically, what terrains can these aircraft land on?
This one in particular, we can land on any international airport, no problem. We can also land on soft grass, but you also get lots of variations of this. So you can get larger tyres that can land on rainforests, stone downs without any problems as well.
My mind is kind of blown that we're about to hop on this little plane and land on a beach. What are the differences between landing on a beach and landing on other terrain?
I guess the main difference for us is that there's no lights, no guidance for us to sort of land, so it's all done by our own judgment rather than here at Glasgow. You've got all the approach lights, you've got an ILS to follow down. The sand's a bit soft, so it does cushion the landing a little bit, which helps.
Oh, is that a thing? Softer landing? So it's not your piloting skills?
Well, you can decide for yourself afterwards.
Does it happen often where you get there and the tide's too far in and you can't make the landing?
They're usually quite good at scheduling the flight to make sure we don't land once the tide's too far in. Actually, this morning we didn't actually land in Barra because of the tide.
Okay.
We looked at it before we went. It looked like it was going to be quite a close call. The passengers warned before we went that it was sort of 50-50 whether we were going to get in or not. Unfortunately, the tide beat us to it. This is like a real life thing. This plane couldn't get on the beach this morning because of the tide. Loganair are going to send those passengers later today. Maybe I'll even get to see that later plane come in and out. I want to let you get on with your job, so I think I'm going to hop on board and check it out. And you've got a plane to fly. Okay. Thank you.
Taxi 3 November Bravo, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 23. Alpha 1, 23, Charlie, 3 November Bravo. Looking at 4 Bravo Romeo, power back is approved, and taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 23. Logan 4 Bravo Romeo, runway 23, clear for takeoff, wind 1709.
Sun is shining, we made it off the ground, we're on our way to Barra. In 15 minutes we'll be there, but we won't really know whether we can land on that beach until we're really, really close. So for now I'm going to enjoy the views and fingers crossed we make it onto that sand.
Logan 4 Bravo Romeo, report breaking off for runway 15 or going around. Surface wind 150.
Calling out for visual and will position for runway 07 with that time.
100, 50. 40, 30, 20, 10.
Well, my first time landing on a beach, and that's an experience I'll never forget. It was as magical and crazy and beautiful as I thought. And now we're going to go meet the people that run this airport on the ground. Right, we've got Steve here. Steve tells me he's the crew manager, but I don't think any title encapsulates what you do here, because you do about 1 million things, right?
Yep, we do absolutely everything. Well, I'm crew manager in the fire service, but that can vary because you're still part of the crew. Today I was a driver. Well, every morning before the shift starts and the watch opens, we have to make sure everything's working. Do a high and low pressure check on that.
So
just vent it. Everything's good. Yeah, happy to go. Power information, fire 2, UHF radio check.
Fire 2, ground information.
Do you think there's any more beautiful test run that a fire engine's out on this morning in the UK?
I'm biased, but I would say no.
This is pretty nice.
It's not a bad office. Well, that's our test run done. Everything seems to be working fine, so I'll record us as back on station.
Okay, so it's beach inspection time. We're going to take, well, I'm not going to do anything. You're going to take this vehicle out on the beach. What are we looking for here?
We are looking for any foreign object debris. It could have been washed up with the tide overnight.
Well, let's head out and check this beach runway, make sure it's fresh and ready for the planes.
Definitely. Okay, let's go.
I can see the marker straight ahead. Are we just heading straight for the marker all the way down?
Yeah. That was 1533, we've just checked.
Okay, so you're all happy with that runway?
I'm happy with that one.
Is there anything in particular or special you need to use or do to clear things out the way?
We have tractors, like we have to come out and level the sand sometimes, or if we need to remove something from the runway.
Oh, we found something. Have I
You
got to
grab
do
it?
it? I'll go do it. I'll go get it. Don't you worry.
No problem.
Oh, it's a bit wet though. Oh, I need my wellies on. Whoever threw out the 6-pack of Golden Wonders, don't worry, I've got it for you. I'm saving the runway, saving the plane, saving the environment. Good job we went on this beach inspection.
Our information Ops 2 is now clear of all runway areas. The tide is outside the markers. The rest of the beach is wet with areas of standing water.
He's bloody gone, he's left me to it. Let's check out the control tower. This is exciting. For someone who loves aviation, this is a place that you rarely get to go, so this is cool for me. If you had an aircraft coming in now, what would you be doing if you were up here by yourself?
We'll give them any relevant information if there's any traffic about what the tide status is doing.
We're hearing these bongs. What is this bong?
That's the Met system, so there's weathers coming through, but every half an hour you input a weather onto this.
We've checked out what it's like when you're doing a beach inspection, but we're here. What are we looking for?
In other airports, there's generally a perimeter fence all the way around, so we don't have that luxury. When the aircraft reports 15 miles, you'll see the little buggy will go out to the standby point. So he's just keeping an eye on making sure the cockle pickers don't come in, to cause a runway incursion. One
of the most fascinating and unexpected things, this beach is like a real beach, a public beach that people can use. And so the rule is, if the windsocks are up, you're out. The guys and girls at Heathrow are not thinking about when they're trying to keep their runway ready and clean for an aircraft.
I suppose they have different issues to us, but...
Would you have it any other way? Could you imagine working in an airport where it was normal?
No, not at all.
This is the only way for you?
The only way for me, yeah.
It's time now to get the full experience. We've landed on the beach, we've experienced the airport, and now I'm going to experience my first ever beach runway takeoff. It's actually so cool. And we got the Scottish flag. See you later. Thanks, Steve.
Take care, mate. See you later.
Hello. It's Mr. Steve again. How you doing?
How was your trip?
Oh, it was great. So back on the ground in Glasgow after an incredible experience, both landing and taking off on a beach runway. It was something I've wanted to experience for a really long time, but it was also fascinating to go behind the scenes of the operations at Glasgow Airport. And if you like this, we've got some more incredible aviation stuff coming for you, so you should subscribe to this channel right now and see you for the next airplane mode.